Hello, welcome to Christ Center Gamer's latest unboxing of a bit of an unexpected surprise. So today we get to unbox and review the Creative Pebble SE. Not too long ago, I reviewed the Creative Pebble X. Here's one of them. This one looks like it's gonna be a lot smaller. So this one was a $90 Pebble SE. This one supports Bluetooth and USB input and all that kind of stuff. This one is the bare bones, straight up 3.5 millimeter USB powered, and that's it. There's not a whole lot to it. It's smaller. I think it's modeled based on the original Pebble back in 2018 or something like that. That's just a guess, but I'm guessing that's the case. When I looked, this does appear to have a 2024 copyright, so they must have re-released it. This one does have RGB lighting. I don't think the original had that. I'll give you another closer look at the box one more time before I open this up. There you go. As far as I understand it, it only uses 3.5 millimeter inputs for the audio, so it's just purely wired, which is just fine for a lot of use cases. And I believe this one is about $25 approximately. So very much a value, very much a value. So if it sounds good, it should be a great value. All right, so here's what we got in the box. Just a piece of cardboard. And I think in this cardboard we have what looks like manuals, just to guess. Trying to figure out how to open this without breaking anything. So I'm not very good at that. Yep, it's just a little goofy little triangle. And what looks like the manual. Show you that real quick. And I'm gonna put that to the side. And yep, these are definitely the smaller original ones. By pure coincidence, one of my friends has one of the original Pebbles, so I've seen them before. These look pretty similar to that. And yeah, so this is pretty straightforward. These are what you might call bare bones desktop speakers, except that well, they're sharp looking, I would say. And hopefully they sound as good as the other ones I heard. So they have a passive radiator in the rear. So I'm just taking off stickers, but I really should be showing you everything I'm doing. So here's the front of what appears to be the left speaker. Not too much to it. It's got a shiny with a little, I guess 1.5 inch probably. And then in the rear is a passive radiator. It's slightly larger than the cone, which is usually how that works. There's not a whole lot to it. It's got a sticker on the bottom with a foot, a cable in that I wish was removable, but it's not. And it just sits there facing you. Now, one thing to note is that because it faces you at an angle like this, it's really good. That's really good for imaging and treble quality because treble is a very directional sound in general. So it's actually good for speakers to point at the ear. And that's one of the tricks of the Pebble line of why they sound as good as they do. A lot of desktop speakers don't like multimedia speakers like these. So you can see we got another little thing to peel off, and this one has a knob on it. I'll show you in just a moment. A lot of these don't point them at your ears, and they don't sound near as good as they could. So having it point at your ears is key to a lot of the sound quality. I think I might need the knife to peel this off. This is really stuck in there. I don't want to touch the dangerous rubber so I don't ruin it. But I got to get this thing peeled off. Man, I'm just one finger short. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's removed there. Okay, so these are pretty sharp looking speakers, and they're tiny. I'll show you how they look compared to the original again in just a moment. And go ahead and cut this bag or figure out how to open this bag in the back. And I'll show you the wiring. So there we go. I got it off. So yeah, these are pretty straightforward. In the back of this is on the R speakers, 3 cables sticking out. You have they updated it. Probably was USB-A in the past. Now it's USB-C for power and a 3.5 millimeter. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in into this laptop. Whoa, hopefully it doesn't affect anything. That wasn't supposed to happen. I think I just messed up that part of the video. Okay. Anyway, let me go ahead and get the mouse out of the way. So I'll do that again. Plug this in to there. Okay. So now we've got power. And let me just turn this up. I think I need to extend the cables because I got some issues with length here. Okay, there we are. So okay, so this is turning into quite a bit of cable. Interesting. These actually separate more than the Pebble X's do. That's funny. All right. And then they've got, like I said, the USB-C cable for power, the cable that goes between the two speakers, and then the input 3.5 millimeter. Seems like they all seem like decent length. And I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my phone. But first, let's turn these and turn them on. Okay, so now they're turned on, and you can see we've got some glowing stuff on the bottom. Looks like they have some kind of rainbow thing going on. If I push the buttons, they change color. So now, is it just a single color now? It might be. I'd have to look in the book to see what all the different options are. But we definitely have some options there. We have a nice little volume knob here. So here's the button for the RGB LED. This is the volume knob right here. And I am going to plug this in here, turn it on, and give you my first impressions. Hopefully, are as positive as I would like them to be. So let's see what we got. Yeah, I got to make sure my headphone jack is right. Okay. Okay. So I have NVIDIA Broadcast on. It happens to quite cancel out the music, so you can't hear it. I have to do that so I don't get copyright strike. But what I will say is a lot of detail, not a lot of bass, as you might expect out of a small thing like this. It's reasonably loud, not terrible, and really quite pleasant. A treble leaning for sure, and they don't have a lot below the on the bass. Okay, mid range, but a lot of detail and clarity, and great imaging. So they're definitely missing some of the lower, deeper end, but for $25, they're pretty impressive. So I think that's not much else to say. They have RGB. Oh yeah, I happen to have it on the level reactive, which I prefer. If I'm gonna use RGB at all, I kind of like to do that. And yeah, it looks nice. And I'll just show you how they look in action. So there you go. All right. I guess that's it. Take care. God bless, and thank you so much for watching. Please look forward to my full written review. Take care. God bless.